Hey everyone, we'll be getting started in probably about 5 minutes. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Stephen. Joy, honestly I feel about the same. Not great. Nice. It's S. Lee made $1,600 on what trade? Mom and baby are doing great. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Sorry, folks. Got a little. Thank you, Sylvia. Any thoughts on trading during lunch? Typically, I well, it depends. If you trade equities, whatever, like stocks, but if you're going to trade the indexes, typically that's a no-go for me. But there are times that I will. Um, Typically, it's a snooze fest, and you get random price action. And a lot of times in a normal market, whatever move happens over lunch typically will get reverted at 1 o'clock. However, in the recent market, there have been some days where institutions are kicking on a buy program around 12:30, and we push from 12:30 on in one direction pretty consistently. So that's been new and taking some adjustment. Price action has been very odd these past couple weeks. we've had lower volume for the most part, and a lot of news, a lot of uncertainty in the market, and even more so today. You would think we have the big tariff announcement, but so far we've been trending pretty good to the upside. And I trust it about as far as I can throw it. All right, folks, that's the squawk. Don't know if you can hear it or not.
Good morning or good afternoon. Where is everybody,
Hey,
Matt?
Roger. I
Where
don't
is it?
know.
People have abandoned us. Look at this.
Let me see.
Say something
Okay.
so I could hear you.
Yeah, you should be able to hear me.
Yeah, I don't think you're on that fancy mic, though.
I am.
Oh, all right. All right.
Uh, yeah, USB.
All
Yep,
right.
I'm on it.
All right. All right.
Maybe here, hold on.
Let me see
See
where
if
the
that's better.
say something.
Yeah, I just turned the mic
Yeah,
to
that
face me
sounds
more.
that sounds normal. Yeah, that sounds how you sounded yesterday. And your background looks great.
Thank you.
I like the background. Hold on, let me post this so that oh yeah, Jeffrey is going to be joining us in about half an hour, which is great. I love to hear his opinion on this. And good, good, good,
Turn
good, good.
Turnmeyer?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be joining
Oh,
us. Is there
sweet.
another event today? Let me ask, are we on YouTube?
Just the
Who
Coke.
who moved my cheese? Let me see if we're on YouTube here. Let me see if we're on YouTube. We'll be starting in just 1 second, folks. Are you ready to be liberated, Matt?
Uh, yeah, 50-50.
I don't see me on
It's nice
YouTube.
to be able to.
Where's YouTube? Did you have YouTube on?
YouTube's on.
Yes or no?
Yeah, it's on. We got
Okay.
28 people watching.
Where is my YouTube? All right, let me go to YouTube. That usually it pops up right. I'm off today. Hold on. There we are. Now I see us on YouTube. I look as confused as ever. Hey Graham. Hey Kevin. Hey Richard. Hey Stacy. Hey Mark. Hey Stacy. Claus. Jody. Good morning. Nate is presenting. How could he? We're gonna take all of his
Oh,
audience away from publisher Nate. Let me say hello to everybody on Zoom. You got the baby here?
yep.
I want to see the baby. Proof of life.
There she
There we go.
is.
Oh, she is so
Yeah.
cute. Look at that. Ah,
What
she
are
is
you
so
doing?
cute. Adorable, right?
There
Oh,
you are. Say hi.
maybe my
Okay.
kids can make me a couple of those in a couple of years, right? That would be great. That's a beautiful girl. What a cutie. God bless. Bill, Mark, Pops. Hello, everybody. See, everybody who's late missed the baby. But let me say hello to everybody. We got William here. We got Maggie. We got Omar. We got Joy. We got Ben. Ben says, Roger, please an answer. Where's the question? I don't know where the question is. Ben says, Roger, please an answer. I don't. Ben, ask me a question and I'll give you an answer. I don't know where the question is. Fred is here. Matt, you're looking well rested. Yes, you are actually looking rested today. You don't look like a bat out of hell. They're saying
That's
Elon
good.
recovered massive amounts of deleted or attempted to cover up criminal data. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it, Adam. I don't know anything about it. Yes, the master blaster of disaster. Thank you, thank you, thank you, PJ. That's the original, the official and the original name of our oscillator. Thank you, appreciate that. It actually fits me perfectly too. Looks really good. What my wife says thank you. She actually likes it a lot. Um, Piet de Brock, how are you? Sandeep, Chris, Danny, Gus, Kathy. Nate's having a show. I'm going to have to talk to publisher Nate. SB, Richard, hello, Richard, Ivano, Steven, T-Buzz, how dare he? Mm-mm-mm. Roger, it's spin the bottle market. It's this market is something. Nate is on. Nate is on. Nate is on. Having a meeting at 12:30. Oh, all right. Uh, good morning. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Scotty, George, Terry, Kevin. Uh, oh, 3 o'clock. All right. Even with Cam and Gustavo. All right. Very nice. Bruce, Ruthie, Bev, Bruce, Nicholas, Lisa, Wade. Hello there. Liberty, Connor, Lauren, Kyung, Sean. Uh, no problem, Sean. No problem at all. Very adorable. Arturo, what is the email for customer service? I have no idea what the email for customer service is. Ben, I don't know. Here's what I do have. Here's where I do have. I have a link here. You can go to this link. This is the link that Cam always gives me. This should work. This help link should work. Let me go here. And let me go back to Zoom here. There we go. Here you go. This link should help. Ray, Carlos, Bodine, Doreen. Yes, Jeffrey is definitely joining me. I owe you. Carlos says I owe you a Picasso T-shirt. You are 100. Well, not yet. Not 100. Not 1,000% yet. But it's moving. It looks like I'll be right. So far, you wouldn't believe I'm still here. Of course I would, Rochelle. Where are you going to go? 6 pounds and 7 ounces. Actually, she's not that big. Pretty middle of the road. That's good. That's good, Matt. That's good. How tall is she? What kind of height is she?
18.5. 18.5 inches.
That's perfect. 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 That's like right around the size my kids were. It's perfect. 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 Now, Colin, you get a very quick response. Murray, yes, 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 yes. So, yeah, you actually do look pretty rested, Matt. How are you feeling? Did you get your COVID? You know, no COVID, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. At least we got some. Let me pull up my charts real quick. Actually, I don't have to pull them up. I already have them up. Let's go to here. And for anybody that doesn't know what Picasso drawing I'm talking about, let me just put this here. Put my charts up. Matt, you could see my TC 2000.
You can.
Okay. So here's if you guys don't know, I'll show you real quick. So get people like it. I don't even know how we came up with who came up with the Picasso name, but it fits it so perfectly because my drawings look about as effective as his. Um, you see this picture right here? I drew this about 3 days. Here, I'll go back to the original. Here, I'll show you right here. Part two of the Picasso drawing coming as. I'll just start here, but I've been talking about it now for several days. See this right here? Richard says black screen. Uh, Black screen. Hold on a second. Hold on. No, I'm Richard. I'm actually on YouTube right now, and I could see myself explaining all this. Yeah, no black screen. I'm seeing the same thing. No, Richard, go here if you're having problems. Just go to the YouTube. Here's the link. I don't recommend going there, but if you have a problem, go there. It's actually better on Zoom. Your video quality is much better on Zoom. Liberty says black screen on Zoom here too. I don't know. We have over 325 people on YouTube. Everybody else okay? Or are you guys seeing a black screen? I could see you fine. No black screen. Maybe Zoom is having some kind of an issue. If Zoom is having an issue, folks, you can go right here. and you can have a field day, but I'm actually looking at myself on YouTube right now and it's perfect. But there's the link if anybody's having a problem. Yes, my chart is smaller with a black frame. You're 100% right, Jody. I just want to show you something. So we go back to show you that I'm not cheating. I started talking about it. It looks like my Picasso is actually coming to fruition. That's April 1st. Let's go back right here. We need to take out yesterday's high on the mags. Otherwise, no soup for us today to the upside. That was yesterday. Right here, April 1st. Let's go back a little further. Let's go back a little further. Okay. This is March 31st. Do you see this picture? If you look closely at the spot, you'll notice prices outside the wig. It means you have a good chance of moving back up into the gray area, or maybe even the 200-day moving average since the line structure is not broken. And then here's the QQQ. One scenario is we gap up. This is all 2 days ago. This is 2 days ago. 2 days ago. This is not right now. This is 2 days ago. It's one thing me doing this now. I did this 2 days ago. So, and I said this up there, and you could see the arrow. I actually pointed a couple of arrows right there. See that? Look, pivot with an arrow going this way and two lines going up. I really can't be any more specific than that. So this is yesterday. Now we got the pivot arrows. So now let's go to today for anybody who's been somewhere else. So here's that pivot. Here, let me go to QQQ. Here's the pivot. Here's the second high. Here's today. And here's the target. And yes, we've been 100% spot on. Now, again, it's one thing doing this in real time. It's another thing doing it 48 hours earlier. I did this 48 hours ago. I didn't do this just now. I did it 48 hours ago. So it's just price, folks. It's just years and years of price experience. It's not, there's no magic formula here. And you, after a while, you start developing a good feel for this stuff. You really do. But what I wanted to show you here is something that I taught you guys. I want to teach you guys something here that I taught guys in the class that we had about a month ago. Oh, Richard, you're getting there, man. You're getting there. Sean says, I'm wondering why you're debating nothing versus move with strangle. I don't, can you rephrase what you're saying, Sean? I'd love to answer your question, but can you rephrase it? You mean, are you asking me, do you think nothing, I'll talk about it. So you're basically, I'll give you my analysis. I'll do that for free here. I'm not going to charge people here because it's a bonus trade anyway. I'll talk about that. Do you have the date of last month's webinar? It wasn't a webinar. It was a live class for everybody who had access to ProTrader Dashboard and the pit. I did a live class, and then I did a hold on, but I did a write up on it, and I gave everybody who hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Here. Here. I did a write up on it afterwards, and here it is. So here's a write up on it, okay? Here. And I'll give it to everybody on YouTube too. So typically when you have a pivot like this, that concludes an auction. This is one of the reasons why bars that look like this are entry bars for AlphaZone Pro, because these tend to shake out all the loose meat here, and then price tends to revert higher. Carlos, by the way, the next point of resistance is right here, the 8-day and the 15-day. But again, these are not as nearly as important as the 200 because, you know, a lot of guys don't use these. But as you know, we could have some VWAPs around here. There's a lot of VWAPs around the 8-day and the 15-day, so we got to be really careful. Hey, Manuel, making money off your teachings from money explaining the breakdown and retest analysis. You're welcome. Go ahead and grab that one, Matt. So that document I just posted will explain why I thought this was going to turn around. Okay. It will explain exactly why I thought it was going to turn around. Okay. So, but this is a strong low right here. And that usually price respects these. Um, that usually means that the auction is over and we're ready to reverse higher. This is on a daily time frame, but the bigger the time frame, the more accuracy it actually has. So this looks like a reversal. Again, as long as we maintain this structure right here, we should continue moving higher. Even this morning, what did I say this morning when we were breaking down? I said, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. As long as we don't, and I wrote it to you guys. I wrote, don't, as long as we don't trade. Remember, I wrote you a little, I drew a little rectangle here in the morning 4 hours ago. Could the news today change? You mean the news is not today? It's actually after the market closes. I'll talk about that. I will talk about that. Dave, if you're not seeing a chart, you need to refresh your browser or go to YouTube. Let me point you to the right place because I know you could see it on YouTube because I'm watching it myself there. But we got about 371 people on Zoom and most people are okay. Restart it and open it up again. It should work. Richard says, from inception of AZP to yesterday, I'm up over $30,000 trading SPY ES. Oh, I'm going to repost that, Richard. That's a good one. I'm going to post that on Telegram. I'll do it live right now. There it is. There it is, Richard. Live. Look at that. Boom. See how fast it is? Now you guys all have it on your Telegram. All right. Perfect. Thank you, Richard. It's nice feedback. I like that. $30,000 trading only SPY, E-mini, and E. Very nice. Richard's like, I'm telling you, I love this thing. Yeah, it's really nice. All right, all right. So let's continue. And Richard, feel free to answer anybody's questions or whatnot. And by the way, look at the intraday price action on the QQQ, all above the VWAP. Let's look at SPY, all above the VWAP. So I'm not really seeing anything. I'm not really seeing anything dangerous except the fact that the 8-day EMA. I wanted to slice through the 8-day like gravy and the 15-day and not get stuck here and start trading above. I think once we start trading right here, like 566.90, the odds of going up all the way to the 200 or close to it is pretty good. Pretty good. Maybe not all the way, but maybe like up to like 573. But we got to continue moving in this direction. And we can't stall out right now. Carlos, Alpha Zone Pro. Alpha Zone Pro. I did. I drew some triangles and I said, guys, I want to make sure we don't stick here to this here. I drew a little triangle. I did this just a few hours ago. I drew a little triangle and I said, I don't want to see us trade here today. I want us to trade here today. I want us to trade here today. You can watch the replay. It was only 4 hours ago. Wasn't a month ago. It was 4 hours ago. And I said, I want to trade here. I want to trade here. And I said, the only problem I'm seeing here is the 8-day EMA. I'm pretty much saying exactly the same thing that I've been saying. You know what? I'm going to post this too, Richard. I'm sure a lot of people have this question, so I'll repost it. I'll add it to this one. Edit. There we go. There you go. That's it. Now it's complete. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate you being complete. So I did say that. I even took this little thing and I put it here and I put it there and guess what? It's so far so good. So that's that. Now, folks, tonight you will have you couldn't have called it better. I was a bit nervous earlier when we got close. I told you as long as we don't break this bottom, we're okay. And by the way, notice yesterday morning we also started coming down real early, and then we reversed back up. The market has not been that bearish. My concern is nothing has been coming into upside. Let's see if that's changed since this morning, because I haven't checked since this morning, to be honest with you. I've been kind of busy. Let's see. 52. Remember this morning we were at 169 and then we were see how it's starting to be like a movie. 289. Remember we were at 500 on Monday at one point during the day, now 289 and then 169 and now 52. But Is it going up or is it coming out of the market? That's the next question. It's not coming into the market, folks. Look, look, I'll prove it to you. Look, 169, 52, 55, 48. It's actually less. That's like insult to insult to injury. I'm at. There's actually less. How about this one? Yeah, 37 stocks breaking out. So, do you guys see why I'm so quiet in the pit? I'm not going to trade to the downside. I have an upwards bias right now, but we got 37 stocks making 90-day high. Well, Roger, what about 50-day high? Oh, we got 21 stocks. You want to see what they look like? Do you want to trade this? No, thank you. Do you want to trade this? No, thank you. Do you want to trade this? No. Maybe here. Oh, it's been on our list for 5 days straight. Do you guys see why I've been really cheap? This is on my list. This is on my list. This is on my list. That's on my list. This is on my list. This is on my list. That's the entire list, folks. That's it. That's what's driving the market right now. Look at the name of these stocks. Do you see the Nvidias? The look at the PIN W utilities or utilities, healthcare, Fidelity National Title Company, Global Life Insurance Company, and this is also insurance company, General Dynamics, MK industrial stocks, garbage stock. This is defensive. This is defensive. And by the way, before you get excited, let's say I'm right. Let's say I'm 1,000% right. Let's just say for a minute, can we have an Alpha Zone Pro class watching over shoulder of Richard? David, I'm not good enough for you. I'm not good enough for you, David. Here's what David wrote. Maybe you don't watch over my shoulder. A lot of people do. Not hurtful at all. It's kind of funny. Probably in the next couple of weeks. It's kind of funny. I love it though. That makes me happy. Things like that make me very happy. Oh, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Uh, getting served now. I know I'm in Twilight Zone. It's not as funny because I trade watching over Roger. That's what I thought, but folks in the pit, I'm in with you all day, giving you. You're watching all over. Well, maybe the person's not in the pit. Hold on a second. That may be the problem. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't want to get into it right now. All right. All right. So we actually do need Richard, but there's a lot. We have a lot of folks who are. It's not just Richard, folks. A lot of folks are picking it up. All right. All right. So where was I? There's not a lot of stocks moving higher. Now here's the problem, guys. Here's the problem. Here's the big, 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 big problem. Here's the problem. Let's say that I'm 100% right. And this is the bad part here, guys. This is the bad part. Let's say I'm 100% right. Let's say I'm 300% right. What does that mean? Let's just say, what does it mean if I'm right in this particular case with the market action next couple of days? Let's move on, folks. It's just I thought it was funny. It, uh, um, no, no, no. What happens? What happens, folks? I'm getting trying to get back on track. Let's say that let's say I'm right and we get up here. What does that mean? It means we just hit the 200-day moving average. Doesn't really mean much. So to answer the insult to injury here is even if I'm right, if I'm 300% right, we're still in a bearish. It doesn't break us out of this channel. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I think I can predict the fact that we're going to go back up to the upper end of this channel. Whether we break through this channel and go higher is going to be dependent on the fundamental news that you hear from our president later today. So my point is, just because I'm right here the next day or so, it means very, very little because we're still not getting any participation from upside stocks. Yes, Carlos, not necessarily a capitulation or a very, very strong uh, foundation. So we could have a we. You're absolutely right. A capitulation, or or this, or maybe another breakdown if we have it. Just, but this is a good one to look at. This one can just keep developing, keeps like slowly moving higher without a lot of volatility, make higher lows. This can do it too, but usually these type take a much longer. They take a while to develop. But that could be it too. For example, we can come up to the 200-day moving average, break up a little bit higher than this, and then come back here and make a higher high right here. See, this is what I love to talk about. This is the kind of stuff I want to talk about with you guys all day long because this stuff actually helps me make money. See, we can be on the path here. My point is, even if I'm 100% right and we get what we want, we are still in a shitty position. We're still below the 200-day moving average. We're still in a bad place. Yes, Richard, 100%. So 100%. So uh, yeah, the 200-day moving average is the key. And look what happened when we went to the 200-day already once. That's why I want to keep this box here. And I just kind of want to keep the structure and I'll keep this. This will keep telling us if the lows are getting higher, which is what we want. And this is telling us whether we're going to stay in the structure. If we don't stay in the structure, we're going to make another low. And then we're going to have a capitulation, as Carlos just pointed out, or we're going to have to build another base. Okay. But what I want to wake you guys all up to is if Roger, you're right, we're right. Yeah, I'm right. And it doesn't really mean much because it's only going to take us to the 200-day line. And then there's a huge question mark. And then a lot of it will have to do with fundamentals. Okay. If dollar goes down due to tariffs, will that would, what would you predict to make a put? It's not about predicting, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And I actually want to talk about it right now. I don't have a lot of stocks to give you today. I have a lot, but half as much as I usually do, which I still think is too much. But I wanted to answer Sean's question. Sean actually asked a good question. So later today in the pit, I'm yeah in the pit. Now I have to remember how many Telegram channels we have. I said fundamentals. I did. I always say fundamentals. I've been doing it for years, Jim. That's what I call them, fundamentals. But right now, but near important points, they're very important because near the 200-day moving average, you start seeing fundamentals drive price. When you're near key levels, fundamentals become a lot more important, especially fundamentals like tariffs that can impact 40-50% of our economy. Although according to Hassett, I think he said it's only affects like 4% of the GDP. So it may be a little overblown. I don't know. I don't know if he's just spinning or I don't know. I'm going to have to talk to him. But with all of that said, can you get into when to take a long? No, I can't get into that right now at all because I've spent 5 hours doing that, Jay, in the getting started class. And I'm going to have probably another 5 hours over the next couple of months because I'm planning on making that program the best day trading. I want to have the best dating. I want to have the best dating. I want to have the best day trading program for stocks, which I do unequivocally. The pit, the Pro Trader dashboard in the pit, and I want to have the best thing. I want to corner the market and be number one in the industry for two tools that have nothing to do with one another. The Pro Trader dashboard and the Alpha Zone Pro. And I think I have a very good shot at making it because I have not seen anything nearly as good as both of them. So I have a big goals for myself. So no pressure, Matt, no pressure. But my point is, let's talk a little bit about today and how we can how we can make money on it. So today we're going to have an announcement. Um, Thanks, Bob. I got to have an announcement. Donald Trump, our president, is going to talk about tariffs. I have absolutely no idea what he's going to say. And to be quite honest with you, I only care very, very little. I care about what the market is going to do quite a bit. Yes, Pro Trader Dashboard's the first one, and we still, after our first year in the pit, have a 94.4% win rate after 340 trades. My last two losers were in January. We're in April right now. Matt, do you realize my last two losers were Home Depot and D-Dog in January?
Wow.
In January. People still talking about them and blaming me for them. 19
That's not a
losers
lot to
since we
talk about.
started. What'd you say?
There's not a lot of them to talk about,
Oh,
so
but they do. They
you got
keep
to talk
bringing up
about something.
they keep bringing up Home Depot and home. Hey Ken, they keep bringing up Home Depot and D-Dog like it happened 5 minutes ago. It happened in January. Get over it. We had two losers. We have 94.4% win rate. Anyways, and they happened to happen the same week too. So I must have been off that week. They're never going to let me forget. They're never. And Crocs in 2019. Yes, Murray. And Crocs in 2019. Back in the day when I was young, I had a loss. And anyway, so let's talk about this. Yeah, they do. They do, Danny. I agree with you. So let me continue here. Let me continue. I want to take a straddle or a strangle. Okay. It is Chris, different quarter. That's a good point. I want to take a straddle or a strangle today, before the end of the day, like 15 minutes before the end of the day. I want to take a straddle or a strangle, and it's going to be either the QQQ or it's going to be the SPY. Now, why would I not take a strangle or a straddle? Okay, there would be several reasons of why I would not take the straddle or a strangle. Number one, I don't see a big market reaction heading into the close. That would be number one. I'd like to see a big market reaction heading into the close. And number two, if I want to take a straddle or a strangle, I'm sure others want to take one too, and we may have a huge disparity in implied volatility. In other words, the implied volatility may in fact be already pricing in a huge move. And if the Sean, I'm answering your question just so you know. So I need to see what the premiums are going to be. Good morning, Michael. I need to see what the premiums are going to be, because if the premiums are going to be like $5 or $6, I don't think I want to do a strangle or a straddle. But if I can do one maybe for $2, and today's Wednesday, I would do one that expires on Friday. So we wouldn't have a lot of time. It would be very, very speculative, and but I'm thinking, and I'll let you all know. And what I'll do is, because it's Liberation Day, I'll probably give it in the public Telegram channel, or I'll decide if I want to do that. Marlon says you've been 50, 70% win rate from January, the time of two losses. In other words, you're great improved since January. Thank you. Have been 50% win rate from January. All right. So anyways, the point is, I'll let you guys know, and I'll do it in the public Telegram channel. Now, why would I do a strangle versus a straddle, or a straddle versus a strangle? It depends where I want to do the strikes and where the liquidity is. And usually, if I want to save a little money, I'll do a strangle. If I want to race, strangles are about $9 now for tomorrow. See, that ain't gonna work. So that's why I want to see what they're gonna be, Ray. I want to see what straddles. I want to do a little shopping. I want to do a little budget shopping. But again, I'm not gonna do it if it's too much. I'm not gonna do it if it's too much, and I'll tell you that I'm not gonna do it if it's too much. But that's what I'm scheming right now. Thank you, user. All right. Speaking of that, let me give you some ticker symbols that I'm looking at right now, to the downside and to the upside. And Sean, I hope I answered your question. If you have any other, if there's anything that I didn't, did I answer your question appropriately? Did I answer your question basically? Okay, good, good. All right, stocks, I'm looking to the downside, folks. Please don't get political on me. There's nothing political about here. I'm looking at a chart. Now, this stock happens to look really good for a short. Okay. It happens to look really good for a short. Again, there's nothing behind this. Richard will tell you that if you look at the stock right now, it looks like a perfect A line, actually. And look, you could see right here. You could see that it's literally just breaking down of the channel. See this? And on a high volume. Thanks, Fox Trade. Appreciate that. So you see this? It's just a great setup, and the stock is not choppy. So Trump does have a stock that hasn't been very choppy and has been very moving in a very directional bias. Again, please don't impute any political things to this. This is not about politics. It's just the stock is breaking down. Okay. Um, okay. See, I didn't even know, Stacy. Thank you for letting me know. I had no idea. But point is, stock looks like it's breaking down right now. That's my only reason why it's on my list. And if it wasn't making a 90-day high, I would never know about it. I didn't seek it out. I don't look for it. By the way, the options are pretty tight too, by the way. 23 days out, you could do 66 right here. 23 days out, you could do 66 right here. 21 put, not bad. Not at all, actually. And you would put your stop right here, right there. Yeah, it's just about making money, guys. This is all this is. I honestly don't think anybody will care if I short this stuff. And actually, this is only the second time since it became public that I've had it on my watch list. So it's not like I do it all the time. In case no one knows as yet, got a text from Trump stating that Musk will be. Yeah, he's getting out of Dodge. He's getting out of Dodge. Matt, you like that? He's getting out of Dodge. That's smart. That's a smart business decision, I think. I think that's going to really help drive the price of the stock higher. So DXCM, same pattern, by the way, as you're as you're seeing here, exactly the same pattern. DXCM, you could see it right here. Nice breakdown, not overextended, very nice. We're looking at puts.
Oh,
Keep an eye for Jeffrey, Matt. Right here, we're looking at puts. Now, these are more liquid than Donald Trump stock. Go figure. But we would go right here at about 70 delta, 72 put. Original plan as of Jan was to complete Dodge end of May. Oh, so yeah, so there you go. So it looks like he's doing what it looks like he's doing exactly what he was supposed to be doing, or the timing is supposed to be doing. Jack. Jack, look how straight this moves. Notice market goes up, market goes down. Yeah, that's what's here. I'm going to repost from Beverly what Beverly just said. Here you go. There you go. Nice stock, respecting the 8-day EMA so perfectly. Look, even right here, respecting the 8-day. Matt, you feeling a little better from yesterday or pretty much the same?
the same.
Yeah. I could tell you're talking less today. Right here, 30 or 32.50. Right here. Right here. Don't feel like you have to interrupt me all the time, Matt. I got a lot of them. All right, Sting. Now this is definitely going to be a stock impact. And by the way, folks, just because I'm giving you this list today doesn't mean that I'm jumping into them right now with both feet. Like I would not be jumping into an oil gas energy tanker that deals with that's very instrumental in tariffs. That's obvious. I didn't send a Zoom link to your email. No, I haven't sent anything in years. How can I get Zoom on my laptop? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Good questions. I don't have answers. Customer Service Live probably do. 44 days to go. STNG May 16th. 70 Delta. 40 put right there. Alarm. We haven't had this stock in our radar for a while. We did a little while ago. Fifth Element, huh, Bodine? Yeah, just click link, go to Zoom and click the link. Yeah. I'm horrible. I'm a horrible customer service guy. I really am. I would lose my job in customer service in like 3 days, probably two. Looks like we're basing out, coming back to the 8 day. This is not a day trading stock. Look at how wicky and how sloppy it is. Spreads are probably wide. Yeah. Be careful here. I'm not even going to continue with this one. MCHP. This is a nice one. Remember, they can't find an accountant right now. It's not good at all. These are puts. I haven't got to the calls yet. MCHP, crappy company, real crappy company. 15-day is a stop around this area. 23 days to go. 73 delta, 53 put. Let's take a look at Johnson Johnson. Oh, no, it's being driven by fundamentals right now. There's some stuff, some news about a lawsuit, this, that. It's breaking the 100. Be careful with this thing right now. Two high volume days, one to the upside, one to this is news driven right here. ADI, first time I love this stock. Matt will tell you I really love to trade this stock. I like to trade this stock, and I used to like to trade what's that? QuickBooks, Quicken QuickBooks, whatever it's called. It was a good stock, but not as much anymore. But anyway, about 15-day EMA, about 209. Nice move, not very directional. Semiconductors are not doing us any favors. I don't think that Trump is going to give China any breaks. 73 delta right here, 210 right there. See you later, Sandra. Into it. Yes. Paulie and David, into it. That is the one. The reason is, let me explain to you why I like ADI and Intuit. There's a reason for it. The reason I like those stocks is because they trade a lot like uh, they trade a lot like Nasdaq stocks because all their brothers and sisters are on Nasdaq, but they're actually listed on the New York Stock Exchange. So you get a lot better execution, and they're very easy to. For me, they're easy to look at. The market maker is not as big of a dick. Excuse my French. That's really it's the nicest way I could say it. So, hey, Jeffrey, how are you today?
Hey, doing all right. That was funny though.
I just wanted to say, basically, the market maker works with you in New York better than the market maker who works with you on Nasdaq. Nasdaq is a lot more volatile. So, oh, they moved. Okay, got it. They used to be on New York, but ADI still is three letters. They're still on New York. But anyway, those companies behaved. They traded. They had a thumbprint of a Nasdaq stock, but their spreads and their options behaved like tight New York stocks. So I like that about it. Anyway, let me run through a couple of longs, Jeffrey. You came in at a perfect
Hey,
time. I only have like 3 minutes left, and then I want to talk to you about technicals. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to
yeah,
bounce some ideas off of you. It's always good to have you in here, Jeffrey. Always good
yeah.
to have you in here, folks. Jeffrey, we have a lot of I think we have 11 or 12 gurus in the pub. But I'll tell you who I really have a lot of, and we have a lot of guys who are very, they like to talk publicly a lot. I'm one of them, obviously. I can't, I'll take a, but we have two that are very toned down, and that's Jeff and Jeffrey. They're not, they didn't choose to become gurus. They chose to become traders, and somebody else helped them become gurus. And that's a big difference. Same thing happened with me. It took me 10 years to get good at doing all this stuff. I had no interest in it. I just wanted to trade. So um, so Jeffrey he really cares about the markets, and that's the key. That not about selling you the most programs, but about the markets. He lives for this stuff. I know he does. He's just like me. So I really
I,
like having him up
hey,
here. So
I want to make
very,
money. I want to make money. That's
of
it. I want to make
course.
money.
I gotta I gotta take a gif of what you just did and make it. That was very funny right now. I gotta do that. That was pretty cool. All right. So folks, I just did all puts because I just did the short side. Now I want to do the long side. Okay. So these are the stocks that I'm looking at on the long side, and you may notice that most of these stocks are not your Nvidias and your high flyers. These are very, very it takes time, Richard. It becomes you become desensitized to it. You become desensitized. You would actually do great. You're very patient. So let me show you the long ones. Yes, I still like BJ's. I know we've been like stuck on the stock now for a while. I'm doing calls now. I'm actually kind of surprised that the stock is up, and I really don't even know why it is, but it's moving. It's moving, and we made money on it earlier this week, and it's still moving. 44 days out, May 16th, or you can go 15 days out, but be careful with this one. Again, Delta 70. I want to speed this up because I want Jeffrey to talk a little bit. 73 right here, Delta, 110 calls, stop loss right here, about 109. Next one, CME. Now, remember, I told you how much, I told you guys how much I like financials earlier this year. I told you how much I like financials. I still like fintech. Remember, fintech was the sector that I thought was going to do well. I still like fintech. Now, I liked this more about 2 days ago, but in light of how the market's been doing and how well this has been holding up, I would like to buy it if it goes above 266. Okay. So actually, I am going to put an alert here for me at that price. And I'm going to make it for a week. If it's a VWAP, it's for 1 day. If it's on a daily, I usually make it for a week, guys. Just FYI. So in that, I don't have to watch it. But I do like the stock. I do like the stock. And I think the stock is going to do good. It's just we have to be patient with it. I would go right here, 83 Delta, 250, or if you're going to spread it, go ahead and buy the 260, sell the 270. Make sure you spend less than $5, which I think you could do just about here. Next one is AIG. I only got a couple more left. AIG, the stock insurance, not a highly speculative stock. I will, Lisa. I will. I want to finish up so that Jeffrey can speak. That's exactly what I'm going to do right now. And 82, 82.90 right here, 82.90. And 23 days to go, 76 Delta, about 85 calls. And last one, MNST, right here, 23 days to go, 70 Delta, 58. I like this stock. I still like this stock, but I wouldn't day trade this stock, but I do like this stock, and I actually am going to circle it, and it's at the VWAP right now. I may want to day trade this stock. All right, Jeffrey, thank you for coming up. First of all, I wanted you to answer my questions. Do you think implied volatility on, do you think taking a straddle or a strangle tonight before the announcement is wise, or do you think most of the implied volatilities are already priced into the options?
When I look at VIX, we're already pretty high. We might get a vol collapse, especially since Canada just announced they're going to fold.
I didn't hear that. Tell me.
Yeah, just in the last little bit, Canada said if the U.S. folds, we'll fold. Like, well, no tariffs either way. So
okay, and I think Israel also last night. I think there was something positive. So okay, well that's great.
Right now. I mean, this could go down totally different than everybody's kind of thinking. Which is Trump is a negotiator. It's all negotiation. Like you can't be like, hey everybody, I'm just gonna play around. I'm not serious. Like I'm gonna pretend like I'm serious. Like you can't do that. Like you can't tell us, the people in America, that because it's worldwide news, right? I mean, as soon as he tells anybody that I'm not really gonna do it, then it's not serious, and he can't get what he wants by negotiating. You got to be serious all the way down to the last minute. I mean, it's just the way it is. A lot of people.
And the market obviously, as you look at the SPY, it's reacting very positively to this. So yeah. So we'll see if we have a volatility collapse. I'm and that's kind of where I was saying that I think that if implied volatility is reasonable, if we can get a good deal, that it may be worth it. But if the premiums are too high and if it's all priced in, it's not a great idea. All right, go ahead.
Could be more of a butterfly opportunity where it doesn't move. I don't know.
Right.
That's
right.
I've not had good success at butterflies, but that could be one that pays out pretty well. And my juicy tidbit though that I was teasing in the chat there. This is even better than any of that tariff talk or anything like that. So right now, Bitcoin is on its third green day in a row. Ethereum is also on its third green day in a row. Historically, during periods of bullishness, when Bitcoin and Ethereum make 3 green days in a row on the same 3 days, we get a 2 week period of rise in crypto across the board. It can last up to 4 weeks. It can only last 1 week. 2 weeks is kind of the average. And, you
And
know,
that's very important because for most of people who've been following me, you guys know that the mega caps have been very correlated to Bitcoin for the last several months. So if Bitcoin goes up for the next several weeks, that could possibly mean that mega cap, exactly what Richard just said, mega caps. That's good
eh,
information, very good information. What I've been showing people, I mean, I'm not going to take, I don't want to change the topic. I just want to expand on what you just said real quick.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, we're having
No,
a
no, no.
conversation.
This right. I just want to show folks like what I've been showing people in the morning. Every morning, I show them this ticker symbol here. I go right here and I show them this Bitcoin ETF. And we've all noticed that over the past, as you know, that in the last several weeks, tech has been taking a backseat to blue chips. We've been very defensive. So I've been drawing this picture and I pointed out to folks that this looks a lot more like the blue chips and a lot less like the techs. The techs are over here.
Yep.
So, and I've also pointed out how much they've been correlated with mega caps and with they're becoming more efficient. So, except they didn't have this little shakeout here. They didn't have the
Yeah.
shakeout. It's a different asset. But I feel, and I'm not. By the way, my analysis coincides with what you're saying. My concern is this. I'll tell you what my concern is. My concern is with Bitcoin, we're already above the 200-day moving average. We got up to about we can the next target is about right here, right here.
Mhm.
For the market, for the SPY, on the other hand,
It's got some runway.
yeah, the problem with the market is we got this 200-day right above us. That's my concerns. But we still have some room up there, and there's nobody to say that we can't go higher. I mean, if we have a catalyst, we can have. I mean, if Trump comes up with a good deal for the country, we can. Because remember, folks, what do I always say? Certainty, certainty.
But this
Yeah,
is, Roger, when you look at it, it's kind of been a sell the rumor. We typically in the market, we have a buy the rumor, sell the news. This has kind of been a sell the rumor. So do we get buy the news? It very well could be. And we could see an explosion higher.
and
Uh,
also in light of this, look where. I mean, look at this. Look at where we're at right now on the 50-day here.
yeah, I mean,
Here,
it's
let
kind of
me.
interesting when you really look at you step back and look at the big picture of everything. This
Uh-huh.
correction could have run its course here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what Carlos, my Picasso, I've been drawing this. We call it the Picasso drawing, but it's starting to come to fruition again. But look, guys, this is 10 years. This is technology. Technology has been leading us down for the last couple of weeks. Look at where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is the low. My point is, this is not a time to start liquidating your tech stocks. It was up here. Now is the point to start maybe beginning to dabble and all that stuff. I'm glad that you and I are on the same page. I also believe this scenario is going to be sell the rumor, buy the news. Another thing, have you noticed the last 2 days, today and yesterday, the market started opening up down hard, and we started seeing the bulls started coming in almost instantly, almost like 15, 20 minutes after the open. And today and yesterday, we've been above the VWAP the entire time since that time. Look here, I'll show you. Actually, I have it right here.
Well, we've got one of the drivers right now is the fact that pension plans have been
Yeah,
sitting on contributions for 90 days waiting for this bottom. And now they're at the point where they have to start putting in cash. They're getting too much cash piled into those
yeah,
accounts. And if this starts ripping without them being invested, then people are going to get really upset. So
that's right. Because they're going to be
they're having to,
underperforming. Right,
yeah, they're
right.
having to deploy. So that's actually where it's a couple market forces coming together, and we're starting to see this pile up.
Eh,
Once we get through the earnings blackout, this could really be like, nitro fuel methane, take off here.
Because folks, remember what I always taught you. Institutions, their job is to outperform the market. If they're left behind and the market starts going up, they're going to have to start hurrying up. It doesn't matter how much money they make. It's whether they're outperforming the market or not. It's the market made 30%, I made 31%. I'm a god. That's how it's looked at. It's not about how much they make or lose. If the market loses 30% and they lost 28%, they're amazing. They're always so if the market starts moving up, they have to deploy capital. I just want to add one thing to that, Jeffrey. One little caveat. A lot of these pension funds have a rule. A lot of these and folks, listen and listen good. A lot of these funds, they have a rule, and the rule is they only buy they start buying assets when volatility levels start declining. But with that said, if what Jeffrey and I are saying is true, and this is sell the rumor by the fact, volatility is going to start declining precipitously, and the next target is the 50-day moving average, which, by the way, puts us right below 20. And 20 is the danger zone. Anything below 20 is not danger zone. They typically like to accumulate when we're below 20, typically below 20. So folks, we could be setting up right now for a nice down move in volatility, and we can be setting ourselves up for a nice bullish move in the SPY. Again, my only concern is that 200 pesky 200-day moving average that's right above us right now. Yeah. But it looks like you and I are on the same wavelength. So go ahead, please.
I was going to say, once we get through this tariff thing and whatever reaction, I think we're due a trip down to like 12 on VIX before we have a new big problem show up. We haven't been down to 12 or below 12 in a long time, number of months.
Let's see. We haven't been there in a long. You're absolutely right. We haven't been there since December 5th. Seems longer, but I guess it is. Time just runs away from me. But yeah, December 5th. I don't know about 12, but I definitely would agree with 50. I mean, we're nitpicking right now, but I think we're gonna come down. I think we are gonna come down to this level.
I think we're just due that before we get the next big freak out about whatever is going to happen. So I think we're going to see a period of relaxed volatility before the next. I mean, volatility is too high right now to continue down, in my opinion. It just, we've kind of cooked this goose.
I agree with you, and I think that I think folks are getting a little too tired of this back and forth with the I think we need to move on as a country. I think we need to move on, and I think our president knows that and understands that really, really well. Jeffrey, what's your plan of action in the next 48 hours?
Oh, right now, I'm kind of, I guss just complete honesty, I'm slanted bullish. I'm positioned bullish to take advantage of a pop. I really am. It's going to hurt if we don't, but all the signs have been kind of pointing to a bottom, forming right now. We may get one more dip lower, but I don't think so. I think that's what we did Monday or whatever. And I think we're set for a rip. And there's lots of charts that are set up for that pop. That's the way I'm positioned. If I'm wrong, I'm going to eat it. I'll come back and eat my hat next week in front of everybody. But, that's kind of the way I am. I'm bullish position. I'm kind of more of a swing trader just by the circumstances of what I do for a living. I work for a family engineering company and I do this guru thing all together. And so I'm more of a swing trader. So I'm positioned for those longer term positions, not so much, short term. I do have a day trade system that we talked about last week that people are absolutely crushing. I mean, I just, I can't sit there and watch the charts constantly. I have other obligations, so I tend to lean more to swing trades.
I understand. Maybe I need to get other obligations so I can do the same because all I do is watch the screen all day long. Jeffrey, thank you for coming in. It looks like you and I did not. By the way, folks, Jeffrey and I did not talk about this. I had no idea what Jeffrey was going to talk about. Jeffrey had no idea what I was going. We didn't like plan this. As you could see, this was not scripted or anything like that. It's good to know that you and I are leaning in the same direction. You're a little more bullish than I am. You're optimistic. You're starting to get optimistic. I'm cautious. I'm a little more cautiously optimistic. But I like where you're going, and I think ultimately in the next couple of days, I'm also starting to get a little more bullish. My concern is I don't want us going below this area right here because if we start going below that area, then all bets are off. So, folks, please thank Jeffrey for taking his time and being here. And Jeffrey, thank you again, and we'll see you next week. I am sure people would love to see you in a week, and we'll keep doing this. If you don't know about Jeffrey, maybe you can post like your a channel or something in the chat where folks can find you?
Yeah, I threw my YouTube channel in there. I can
Oh,
post
okay. I didn't
my
I didn't I didn't see it. Go ahead and do it again
right,
before we leave.
right there, and
There
then
we
I can
go,
grab.
guys.
You give me 1 second, I'll grab my Telegram and throw that in there for
Yeah,
everybody.
put it in there. Folks, Jeffrey's a great guy. He's got a lot of things that make sense. And also, he's a lot better at crypto analysis than I am. I don't understand. He's an engineer. He really understands this crypto stuff. I don't. I can read charts better than the next guy, but I'm not really good at the understanding all of the little nuances like he is. He really is. He's into that stuff. I'm just a technical trader. So
Yeah,
if you guys,
and Roger, just to reaffirm what you said a minute ago, I asked you yesterday if I should prepare anything. You said no, just come on, we'll talk, we'll chit chat.
yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I said. Isn't that what we're doing? We're just chit chatting. You're having a good time. Yeah, I
I'm just
mean, you and I.
reaffirming with everybody. Like there was no
Yeah.
preparation in this at all.
No, no, no. You don't need someone like you doesn't need to. Yeah, we
Nah.
can talk probably for 3 hours right now on any topic relating to trading without missing a beat, and I don't have to worry about you. You're like the least of my. You're the easy. You're very easy. Very easy. Easy to deal with. All right, guys. You take care. Have a great day. If you need anything, rogerscott.com. Thank you, Jeffrey, again, and have a great day. And folks, be careful, and I'll keep updating everybody on the free Telegram channel because I know how important everything is today in light of all the nuances. See, I didn't even know this, Jeffrey, about Canada. You taught me something new. So
Yeah, I mean it's breaking news. I mean it's
when
hot
did it
stuff.
when did it come out? Can you tell me initially?
Let's see. Let me. Actually, Morgan's the one that tipped me off to it. So he posted it
Morgan
in
is
our.
T-Buzz's son, folks. For anybody who doesn't know, Morgan is T-Buzz's son.
Yeah, he posted it in our interesting topics channel at
Uh-huh.
9:45 this morning. So
Got it. Yeah, I've been here all morning, so I haven't had a chance to see it. But thank you so much for letting us know, folks. Take care. Have a great day, Matt. I'll talk to you in a bit. Jeffrey, thank you. I'll talk to you next week. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoyed Jeffrey's session. Bye.